Alright, what's going on, bro? I got back today, and I've had all day to relax and eat as much as I want. So today should be a pretty good back day, and I'll see once I'm in there how I'm feeling. But I want to say I'm about as close to 100% as I can get. So don't be surprised if you see me throwing around the whole stack today. Not that that's the goal for today. The goal is to get in there and get a pretty sick back pump and do it as efficiently as possible. So, not injuring myself, not ego lifting, all that sort of things will definitely contribute to a productive back day. But if I'm in there and my forearm feels awesome and I warm up and for whatever reason I determine that the whole stack is my perfect working weight, then I'm not gonna be the one to nerf myself and say, that's too much weight. Stop trying to look cool for the camera. If I can do it, I can do it. If not, no shame in going a little bit lighter in weight. Like I told you a million times already, man, sometimes when you're coming back from an injury, it's kind of like an ego hit looking at a weight that you used to be able to throw around and now you're not even playing around with it. You're just stuck in whatever place you're stuck at, right? You're working your way back up, so you got to stay at a certain amount of weight, then increase it slightly and kind of stay on that trend for a couple weeks. So, but eventually you'll get back, hopefully stronger than before. Well, realistically, you're gonna be, maybe a little bit, whatchamacallit, not so strong, not as strong as before, just because, uh, the time off and the time not training as heavy as you usually do. But I'm pretty sure there's a couple gym guys, I mean, some pretty notable ones, honestly, like Mike Mentor, that he used to tell you, well, he used to say that if you take 2 weeks off of training and you train hard just once a week, that in theory you're going to get stronger, which some people live and die by that, kind of regiment. I'm not so inclined to believe that. Like, I don't understand how you would train one muscle group once a week or once every 2 weeks and get stronger over time and see progress. Like, that doesn't really, I don't really believe that 100%, you know. Every now and then, if you take, a week off, or in my case, like you're rehabilitating. I keep saying rehabilitating. That's like when you're a junkie and you go to the rehab house. Um, you know, but I mean, would it apply? I think so. I think so. Yeah, in my state, right, working back from an injury, it's like, yeah, I'm not playing around with the weight I used to, but I'm still training. I'm still stimulating my forearms, my back, my biceps, my triceps. So it's not like I've completely gone away from training them, which I did for a couple of days right after the injury when I was feeling really bad. So I think I still got a good amount of strength. I know it's there. I can feel it, right? Whenever I'm warming up with a certain amount of weight and I'm like, damn, dude, this feels like butter. Like, I know I could do my typical weight, but in the back of my mind, I can still kind of feel that little ache in my forearm. Not as of recently, but a couple of days ago, couple weeks ago, more prominently. So that's kind of what's been holding me back. So, anyways, enough of that. I've done everything I needed to today to prepare for this lift. So, oh, my mom and I made Another cherry yum yum pie. I kind of butchered what it was last time. I didn't explain it correctly. So it's Philadelphia cheese, right? Cream cheese. You batter that up, so you crush it down, whatever the fuck, so that it's not that big old butter stick. It's not butter, but Philadelphia stick with a, what do you call those things? Batidora. La batidora. La batidora. How do you call that thing in English? The mixer. Where you press it and it goes. It's got two little things that spin. It's like a gun, and they spin and they mix stuff. Okay, so you do that. You get it down till it's like, kind of liquidish. Not really, but Then you put, what else? Some vanilla. You squeeze some lemons, a fourth of a cup. You put that in there. You put some condensated milk, and then you keep mixing it, mixing it, mixing it. And what else do you put on it? I think that's about it. And that's pretty much the actual pie. Not the crust of the pie. The crust of the pie, we buy it. We don't make it from scratch. It's one of those, pre-made, whatever the fuck. Like the actual crust, right? So then, well, you have to put that in the freezer for a little bit, let it get cold. Once it's real cold, take it out and you put whatever you just mixed on it and you put it back in the fridge. Let it sit for a couple hours, wait till it gets cold, and then you can start eating it. I like to leave it like that. No, I don't. I like to put a little bit of whipping cream on top of it. And if you want, you could put cherries on top of it too. Sometimes I like to do that, but not most of the times. Typically, I just go for the whipping cream. So that's what we did today. And she made tacos for dinner, which I haven't ate because I had my breakfast, which was leftovers of yesterday's dinner, which was rice and, well, I explained to you what dinner was yesterday, right? Rice, sliced up sausages, sliced tomatoes, cheese, broccoli. It was like a weird bowl of all that stuff combined. But it tasted awesome, honestly. It was a super, super tasty dinner and breakfast. So I had that, which it was a fair amount left, honestly. So I had a good breakfast at around like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I made myself a sandwich with eggs. Well, one egg, one fried egg, 3 slices of pepperoni, 1 slice of turkey ham, and what else? 1 slice of American cheese. Oh, and a shit ton of mayo and a shit ton of mustard. With two slices of bread, right? And that was my, I guess you call it a lunch. And what else did I eat? A bunch of water. And what else did I have? Oh, I had a protein drink. One of those small ones. So that's what I've ate today. And when I get back home, I'm going to have my dinner. I was thinking about doing the same thing I did yesterday, which was have dinner right now and then wait a couple hours and then go to the gym. But I was like, if I wait any longer to go to the gym, it's going to be so full. And I'm probably going to have a hard time getting my back day in. Just because I know pull down machines and rowing machines are usually the ones that are being taken up for whatever reason. So with that in mind, I was like, you know what? I'm still pretty full. So let me just make my way to the gym right now. And I had a slice, a real small slice of the cherry yum yum. So, well, I guess you can't really call it cherry yum yum if you don't put the cherries on top. So, yeah, anyways. Yeah. Simple plan for the day is just pull downs and rows. Doesn't get any more sophisticated than that. It doesn't need to be. So, yeah. I'll see you in there for my first set of pull downs or rows. I haven't started with rows in a couple back days. Maybe it would be a good idea, right? I don't know. I'll see. I'll figure out what I want to do. I can tell my forearm is being worked, which isn't the worst thing in the world because it's just the nature of the movement. But I'm glad to see I can pull through with it without it, costing me to stop my workout. I think same weight. I might have to make this on a drop set. We'll see. Oh, I got new straps. Finally. Perfect. Now, if I can find a rowing machine, that's what I'm about to do next. I'm gonna try and squeeze it for a good second at the top, and whenever I can, just kind of go crazy with it. That's a good set. Now, my left forearm is starting to heat up, and not in a good way. Like it's burning. And I think it's because of the heavy weight. So, keeping that in mind, I think it would be smart to go a little bit lighter in weight, which is fine with me, man, honestly. So, one more set, just a little bit lighter. Appreciate it, bud. Thanks, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, honestly, not my favorite machine, not my go-to machine, but everything else is taken up, so I kind of have to get creative, right? So, I mean, this machine really is pretty much the same thing as if I were to be doing it where I started my rows. It's pretty much the same setup, you know. You put your feet on a support, you kind of lean forward and squeeze. So, how much more sophisticated do I need to get? That's pretty much the exact movement I wanted to go for right now. So, the weights, I'm not so sure. Let me try 130. See how it feels. All right. That's too light. All right. Let's try 180. That's a big jump, but I think it should be like my working weight. Oh, all right. A little bit too light still. Let's try 210. No way I'm doing the whole stack, right? I'm telling you, some of these machines here, they're just light. See, what am I telling you? I'm gonna try the whole stack, and it's probably gonna be my working weight. Now, is it smart? Is it the smartest thing ever? I don't know. All I know is that I think I can handle it. You see? That's the whole fucking stack. But, fuck it. I'll give it a try. If I don't get 7 or 8 reps, then I'll just drop the weight. But I think I should be able to handle it. Let's see. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I could kind of tell that was hitting my lower back a little bit, so a little bit lighter next set. But I mean, that was a good set, honestly. I think so. I wasn't swinging too much, and I could really feel it in my upper back. So that's a good set for me, man. All right. So not the whole stack this set. I'm gonna tone it down to maybe like 190. So from 240 to 190. I think that might be a little bit too much though. Like, I mean, like I took off too much, so maybe 200. Fuck it. I think this should be a good working weight. We'll see. All right. All right. That's it. I think the posting room should be clear, so let me go and post now. All right, so quick back day. Pretty much the essentials, right? Pull downs, rows. Maybe not in the exact machine I was planning on using, but I got my movements down, which is what matters. And I got a sick pump, which I know you can't see it just yet, but I can feel it and I know it's there, so let me just show you. And what did I tell you? I told you it was going to be a high probability that I was going to max out a machine. And that was purely based on how my forearm felt today. So it wasn't so tight as it has been these last couple of days. So that was kind of like a tell for me to be like, okay, maybe today you can push the weight and just see how it feels, you know, see if you're back to your usual self. And lo and behold, man, it felt good. And I don't know, let me just shut up. Let me show you this pump. There goes my AirPod. All right. Let's see what I'm working with. Ah. What do you think? Can you see the pump? I don't know about you, but I can see it. Let's see from the back. All right. All right. What else? What else I could do? Let me think. Oh, yeah. Let's see. All right. That's it. That is it for today. Honestly, dude, one of the best back days I've had in the last couple weeks, just based on, you know, my recovery. Give me a second. So, yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with this forearm injury, so I haven't been able to go as heavy or as hard as I would like to. So, it felt good to come back in here today and just gauge how I'm doing and just see where I'm at. And honestly, if I'm not at 100% back, it's got to be at least like 85, 90. Because honestly, dude, I felt like I was going as heavy as I could today, and it wasn't so far away from my typical weight that I'm pushing around. So, well, technically pulling around, right? Today, back is pulling. So, yeah, dude, it feels awesome. I'll see. What do I have tomorrow? Legs or arms? I think it's arms, right? Yeah. That's going to be the real test because that's how I injured myself originally. It was doing a single arm seated dumbbell curl when I noticed I pulled something in my forearm. So we'll see tomorrow how much weight I can throw around. I'm going to be a little bit more mindful just because. And hopefully it was something like today. Today was a kind of like a preview for how my next couple arm days and back days are going to be. Just kind of back to my typical self. So awesome, man. Awesome. I can't wait. So I'll see you tomorrow and take care, man. Be ready for that video tomorrow.